What's up? It's your boy Pop from Hobo Skateboard Shop here. And once again, it is Saturday, which is your weekly skateboarding topic for today. So, as you know, I've been replenishing an old used skateboard deck, but as I said before, this one has been skated a little bit longer than normal use. If you haven't or have the means to switch your board out, just like shoes or stuff like that, I would say get as much use out of your skateboard as you can. But if you've been riding it long enough or it's been around long enough but still has some life in it left, I'm going to show you how you can get a little bit more life left, a little bit more use out of it before it's basically time to, I guess, buy you a new deck, or until this one just go ahead and break. So yeah, so if you need to, in other words, little cracks like this and chips that come off when you're skating, I'm going to show you how to fix that. And all you need is basically, it is called plastic wood, but it's basically a wood paste that's used to cover up chips and damages in wood, and sometimes often fill holes, kind of like spackle is used on walls or whatever. This is a company called Plastic Wood, and it's all-purpose filler. But normally, or the last time I did this before, if I'm remembering it right, I did not use this company. And the people that I did use, or the product that I did use at the time, yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it wasn't them. Anyway, so wood paste, or plastic wood, which is the name of the brand that I'm using, and a sanding block, and your heat gun. And what you want to do with your heat gun, of course, along with your razor blade, is remove the grip tape. All right, so you want to heat this puppy up as much as you can. And remember, if you notice that, yeah, the fibers or grit or whatever in the grip tape can get really hot to the touch. So if you keep it, keep the heat gun in one spot for too long and try to touch it, it can be a little bit warm for you. But I don't think it'll burn you. And you just start slowly peeling it up. And as you can see how it's coming up, the better you heat it up, the easier it is to come up. Okay. And voila. As you can see, it didn't quite come off as smoothly as I suspected or hoped for. But you do get it all off, and you want it as clean as possible to get the residue off of it. So, yeah, and also I apologize for anybody that wanted to witness me ungrip a board. So, sorry about that, but maybe that's a video for another day and time. However, let's move on to this one. Now, just wanted to say these minor little cracks and little peels on it that's coming up, You can go ahead and take them off if it's not too bad, or you can just leave them on there. We're gonna cover all that up anyway. All right. And if you have any like loose parts in it, you can go ahead and take that off too. But that's besides the point. Okay, and I've done this, and it came in like a tube with a paste. You can also get it that way because when you squares it up, the ones that were squeezable, it was really hard to squeeze out. Although this has been coming out pretty smooth. I'm gonna use this little flyer to spread it on. It's just a little piece of thin sheet of cardboard, but yeah, to spread it on there. All right. And yeah, you want to put more on than, you know, you want to put more, a good deal on it. As you can see, it's already pretty much filling the hole or chip or crack or whatever you're calling it. There you go. All right, and you want to, get as much of it on there as possible. You know, kind of lay it on there kind of thick or whatever. You ain't got to put the whole bottle or glue on it. I got a pretty small bottle. Why am I squeezing more here? But I guess I'm just being insecure now. But yeah, so you do that. You spread it on, you know, as much as possible and as good as possible. And then you sit and you wait for it to dry. All right, day 2. And we are outside because now it's the sanding part of the everything. So basically, and you got the excuse because there will be cars and hopefully probably a train that come by. Anyway, so after everything dries up, all right, depending on how much you use of the wood paste, glue, whatever you want to call it, wood paste, you let it sit. Normally it doesn't take a 24, 36 hour day or whatever to dry, but I just like to stay on the side of precaution and I let it sit overnight, of course. And besides, I started a little late. So without any further ado, and this is here because I noticed, like I said, I did use a little bit more than really I needed to, but that's not a bad thing. All right, it just takes a little longer to probably sand it off and get it smoother. And on top of that, you can use, if you have not already discarded it, the old grip tape that you pulled off from this board. Okay, so this is my sanding block. I'm gonna set that there for a second, and like I said, we just gonna start getting the sanding going. All right, and once you get it to a smooth, level finish, all right, like so, all filled up, smooth out, yeah, as smooth can be. All right, now you can go on to next step, and this is when you get a little water. I got like a little brush or something like that, but you can just get an old rag or a sock or something, as I have here. You want to wipe off the dust, but you know, just a little damp rag or cloth or something, and then just do a little light brush off of all that excess dust and all of that. And no, it doesn't have to be soapy. It was just that thing just happened to have some soap in it because I use it for other cleaning situations. Anyway, but yeah. And like I say, just slightly do it. I mean, you don't want to damp it. You don't want to, you know, have it wet everything off, or what you just put in there. Okay, that just takes care of that situation. See what I mean? If you can see what I mean. All right. And now your crack is filled or chip. And now you can just go ahead and grip it or whatever. But it's, you know, this stuff still is kind of chalky. So what they normally use on skateboards for finishes is a clear coat varnish, all right, or something like that, which I used to have. I ran out of it and didn't notice until now. But you can just, if you got some spray paint, you know, or something like that, that just covers up like a primer or anything like that, you can just spray over it. You know, anything that just seals it in. All right. Ta-da. And there you have it. And while that dries, it's almost onto which it dries pretty quick because it's spray paint, onto the gripping phase, okay? That seals it in. And once it's dry to the touch, you can commence the gripping. And of course, you've seen a lot. I'm pretty sure you have seen 1001 grip videos on how to grip a skateboard. All right, on YouTube or whatnot. So now this video done came 3 demos in one, 3 demonstrations in one. And there you have it. All right, re-gripped and ready to rip. Okay. And you just punch your holes back in for your bolts, your hardware. Voila. All right. And you're all set up and everything is done. And now you got a little change in your pocket to come spend, you know, on your next setup at Hobo Skateboard Shop. So this is your boy Pop saying thanks again for subscribing, commenting, and liking, and for telling a friend to tell a friend about the channel. Thanks for everything, you guys, for getting the word out. And I'm up out of here, y'all. So let's go set this thing back up and wait till the sun go down, because I hate the heat to go rip. 2 fingers.